Hello everyone. Today we'll be talking about resolving Naxalism through development. To understand how Naxalism can be resolved through development, we first need to know what are the breeding grounds for Naxalism and what kind of development do we mean. Is it social development, industrial development, human resource development, or inclusive growth and development of these regions? Naxalism grows in the regions which are difficult to reach and juxtaposed by economic and social deficiencies of the regionals or in most cases tribals. Motive of any section of a society is not to exacerbate the situation, but it is always the means to achieve the motive which cause an impasse, as is the case with Naxalism. Now the question arises, how these deficiencies becomes the breeding ground for Naxalism? Let us consider that me and you are in a state of deficiencies, and some fine day a group of people come and promise to us to ameliorate our situation by providing us economic upliftment and support. What will we do? We will not think about the means they will use to achieve it, but the ends they offer us. And this is what happened in the initial stages of Naxalism. But whatever the true intention of this once stated revolution was, they have truly lost their path. But the crux of the matter is that these regionals, mostly tribal, want economic upliftment, and they now seek it from the government. And this is what development can provide them and resolve Naxalism. And the very fact of such expectation is what we see as 75.5% pooling in the recent first phase Legislative Assembly election in the Naxal affected Bastar region of Chhattisgarh. As any good medical practitioner does, we also need to give proper treatment after diagnosing this malady, and the treatment is development. I believe we need a three-stage development. First, providing employment to these tribal people, keeping in mind their lack of basic education, and can be well accomplished by procuring their local produce like honey, lakh, etc., and fetch them some kind of earning and employment. And to incorporate the remaining section in industries. But what kind of industries are we talking about? Apart from employing them in mining industries, which are swelling in this material and mineral rich regions and removing their discontent of land reforms, we also need to look into developing pharmaceutical industries in this herbs rich region. This serves two purposes. One, it will extract the knowledge of the locals for available resources, and second, it will remove the superstitious medical practices in this highly dense forest region prone to severe diseases like malaria, jaundice, etc. But we also need to think in terms of distant future, and this requires to educate them and instill a feeling of nationalism in them. By education, I mean not just school education, but moral education, life sciences skill, so that it is not just the ends which matters to them, but also means. Something similar of this kind is happening in Kalinga Institute of Social Sciences, KISS, Bhubaneswar, where tribal students are educated and they develop a feeling of nationalism in them. Third, the third stage of development, and I would rather state it as moral obligation of the state to lessen the pain of those who self-surrender their arms and provide them with employment. This stage of development is the most needed to precipitate the roots of Naxalism. So we see that a society has never cherished a bad virtue, but it is always the means which went wrong. And to correct it, we together need to bridge the tribals to the mainstream society. And this is where development plays a significant role. Thank you.